The question of the legality or illegality of abortion is considered what's called a third rail issue. And I didn't know what third rail meant. I asked somebody, and they said it's like you touch the third rail on the subway and you automatically get electrocuted. Okay. It gets people very upset. Now, I'd like to leave the question of legality or illegality to the side. I'd like to discuss why this has become such a big issue and why abortion has become so common. Why it is that women seek to get pregnant and seek to terminate pregnancies. Okay. Now, I really think that what we need to look at is the fact that human beings have a sexuality and a fertility that is not suited to the world we live in. It evolved for a completely different type of world, a world that no longer exists. Okay, so most of the human history, or most of the human story, which includes prehistory, females were very likely to die in pregnancy or to die in childbirth. Babies and children were likely to die before they reached maturity. An agricultural society required larger families. Okay, let me give an illustration as to how things have changed, as to an index of the changed conditions. Okay, in fairy tales, one of the standard villainesses is the wicked stepmother. Why does the wicked stepmother appear so frequently? Because mothers died in childbirth. The fathers remarried. And the second wife or the third wife wanted resources for herself, her children, or her possible future children. She didn't want those resources for the children of a dead wife. And therefore, she lent herself to the trope of the wicked stepmother. Today, what is the problem for youngsters? Stepdads. Why stepdads? Because we have, the mother has a revolving door of boyfriends coming in and out of there. And very often the boyfriend comes in when the child is reaching puberty or in puberty, doesn't have the history with the child pre-puberty, which very often, not completely of course, but very often can act as a block to seeing the child, to seeing somebody as a potential sexual partner. The man comes in there when the child is in puberty and automatically sees the child as a potential sexual partner. That doesn't, now, am I making excuses? No. I'm trying to illustrate this is an index of this changed conditions. We went from the wicked stepmother, the fairy tales, to the molesting stepdad. That's an index of the changed conditions. Again, abortion, the fact that it is so common, so frequently sought, and its legality or illegality is, a major issue, is an index of the fact that we have a fertility and a sexuality that is not suited to current conditions. Okay, I'll give you another example. Look at the sympathy that Andrea Yates got. No man who killed 5 children would have gotten that outpouring of sympathy. I guarantee you that. Even if he had been a stay-at-home dad, what would have happened if it had been Andrew Yates or Rusty Yates who'd been at home with the children? People would have wondered whether or not it's okay to have a man stay home with the children. That would have been the question in everybody's mind. There wouldn't have been an outpouring of sympathy and worry about his mental health.